Welcome back to this special edition of Houston Life. I'm Derek Shore, coming to you from the Texas Renaissance Festival in Todd Mission. The festival is already underway. It's weekends through December 1st, so come on out and enjoy. Today, we've been trying to show you some of the things you can do and experience around the festival. We have just scratched the surface, though. In addition to the great entertainment and shopping, this year, the food and drink at the festival, it's really been kicked up a notch because of the 50th anniversary. Even Saint Arnold Brewery in Houston is getting in on all the fun. Tessa B is hanging out at the brewery today to see what they're mixing up. Hey, Tessa.
Derek, I am here at one of my favorite places in Houston. It's Saint Arnold Brewery, and we are behind the scenes getting a special inside look at the brewing process and just how they came up with the 50th anniversary Texas Renaissance Festival beer, which you will be able to have at Texas RenFest. So let's take a walk because we've got a lot to learn. Standing here is Chief Marketing Officer Lenny Ambrose. Okay, first of all, thanks for the access.
Well, first of all, let's do this. Let's smell in. What do you smell? Kind of like...
I honestly smell something a little sweet.
A little sweet. Maybe baking bread a little bit. Well, wouldn't you know, it's because grain and malt and wheat are used in making beer and bread and those kinds of things, and desserts and cookies and all that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the beer, I mean, that's really your specialty. And I think it's so cool that this partnership with the Texas Renaissance Festival is happening. How did it happen? Because it's their 50th and it's your 30th.
Right. They are certainly a fixture in the community. They are an institution I feel like that everybody's proud of. We've been around 30 years too, and we hope that we're an institution that the community is proud of. So I think it was just like a perfect partnership. Also, we've got a saint and they've got a king, so that looks cool together too.
Absolutely, but isn't that a little intimidating? Because this beer has to be one, it has to be good enough for a king.
Yeah.
It's also commemorating a huge year for them, so like it's no small task.
Yeah, so honestly, I will say this. When we started talking about doing that, there was very little debate what kind of beer we wanted for the festival. We wanted an English ale, so something similar to an ESB, which is an extra special bitter, or an English ale. So that's what it is. It's like a malty and hoppy English bitter. But it's very well balanced. So you get a little of the malt, which is the like the bitterness, and a little of the sweet, which is the maltiness, all blended together.
How many gallons of this delicious beverage are you going to have to make in order to supply the Renaissance Festival?
I know. So that's, honestly, I'll say this, it's a first year, so we don't know yet. What we do know about the RenFest is that they drink a lot of beer here.
Yeah.
So for us, honestly, on the logistics side of things, and I know sometimes that's a little bit boring in the whole brewery process, but our logistics guys are every day trying to figure out, we need to make this many kegs and this many brews to kind of keep up with that demand, because people enjoy beer at the RenFest. Because I don't know if you know, even October and November is still really warm beer drinking weather in Texas.
That's right. And you've done this on such a large scale, but you've actually brought out some of the actual ingredients you've used in the beer. I look at this and I say, okay, what is this? Is this like
I know.
Wheat, barley? What is this?
It looks like little wheat seeds or grape nuts to some extent, and you could kind of treat it like that. It's sort of cereal-y.
You're going to taste this?
Yeah,
Me too then. If Lenny does it, I do it.
Is that the rule?
It's smoky.
A little bit smoky. This is
toasted.
Special B malt is what this is called. And there are all different types of malt all over the spectrum, where depending on the kind of beer you want, which this one's kind of like ruby colored almost.
It's beautiful. Is this it?
This is the beer. Oh yeah, I guess we kind of buried the lead, didn't we?
Okay, we get it. Okay, this is huge. This is the King's beer.
So when you smell it, you smell kind of that malty sweetness, right?
Yeah.
As your mouth watering a little bit. That's probably from the hops.
I'm so ready to taste it.
All right, well, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huzzah,
yeah, we can talk about huzzah.
Don't they say huzzah?
They say huzzah, but you have to say huzzah like times 50.
Okay, huzzah! Or say that after you drink it.
Mm-hmm. Huzzah! Yeah, no, it just rolls right off the tongue. What is this rabbit food right here that I'm looking at?
So this is hops. And we use pelletized hops.
Wow.
And that, you don't want to eat those things. You just want to smell them. And it's floral, right?
Yeah.
Smells like an IPA.
It smells like the beer. I want to go back for more of the beer.
Yeah.
It's delicious, by the way. That is like, there's not a palate that would reject that.
I know.
I
kind of feel like it's the type of beer, if you like beer at all, then you will like this.
Yes.
A little bit bitter, a little bit malty, about 6.2% alcohol. So it's not like a huge beer, an imperial stout that might be 10%, or a light, Pilsner that's 4.2. It's kind of right in the middle. Good for all day drinking at the RenFest.
Yeah, well, we're so excited for you.
Thanks.
We're so appreciative that you gave us this behind the scenes look. This is a running brewery. People are actually working here.
I know, brewers walking around.
It's
and people in the
amazing.
background.
People are actually at work here. Even me, I'm at work. This is all in a hard day's work.
Are you sure?
And we're going to do one
Working?
more time
Is
for
that
the
what-
King, for RenFest, for you, Lenny.
Oh, excuse me, lovely wench. Can you tell me where I can try the King's Ale?
Absolutely, you found it right here at the tap.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, come on in, let's go. Miss Maggie!
Lauren, how
Hello.
are you? I have been waiting for you all day.
Well, it's a good thing that I am here. The tap bar is where we're at.
Aye, right by the front gate.
Yes, and we are very excited because you guys have a very special collaboration this year with
Saint Arnold Brewery. Yes, the King's Ale. Now, I heard that you would like to try this gorgeous English ale.
I don't know who would have told you that. I don't know where you got that information, but yes, I would.
Well, I am a bar wench. People talk, darling.
What do you duties as a bar wench?
Oh, well, you mean aside of sampling all of the ales that we could possibly want, we have craft wines, craft beers, craft mead, if you are so inclined for honey wine.
Okay, really quickly, though, I have a question because I have a lot of friends who don't know what mead is. Can you explain it to them?
Oh, yes. So, mead is the oldest form of alcohol in existence. It is made from fermented honey instead of fermented grapes. Dates back to the Egyptians.
Okay.
So very sweet, often very subtle, but sometimes certain ones, just like you, darling, can really give a good punch.
Give a good punch. We're gonna spill the beer here later.
Well, speaking of spilling the beer, we have to start drinking, don't we?
What are we gonna taste first? I want the King's Fest Ale.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So this is just above a 6.2% ABV, which means it will only knock you off kilter slightly.
Okay, so that means you're gonna be wearing your very comfy shoes here at the Texas Renaissance Festival, which I'm very excited because you guys are kind of at the front of the festival gate.
We are just by the front gate, so I always tell people I will get your first beer in and your last beer out.
Oh, I like where your head's at, Maggie.
So I'm going to go ahead and pour you a full pint, I would assume.
A full pint. A full pint sounds great. I do love this because you guys, you check everybody at the front like it's its very own special place.
Darling, did you not know that I was already special?
Oh, she's very special. She's very special. But you guys have so many other things on tap as well. This is just an addition.
Yes, this is a brand new addition for us this year. And we are so lucky that Saint Arnold, for the first time in almost our entire history here at the festival, has decided to come and make us something special for the 50th anniversary. This English ale is done in the very old world style.
Okay.
So that means they're using warm fermentation to make it. Oftentimes, an English ale was made in 3 different tiers. So you had the very high-powered punch one that was for the lords and the king, and then they distilled it down again for the middle classes, and then the very third distillation down was the weakest, and that we give to our children.
Well, I'm very excited to taste this. I also want to mention it's the 30th anniversary for St. Arnold's, the 50th anniversary for you guys, so this is a perfect way to cheers and huzzah.
This is an absolutely perfect marriage, and I must tell you, the joy that we have from a brewery like St. Arnold, who is so invested in the community, not only the larger community, but our community here, we do feel very, very grateful that they are here.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you a cheers.
Absolutely.
Take a sip of this. Hold on. Why is that so easy to drink? It's delicious.
It is gorgeous, and you will find that this is light and crisp. And on the back end, you've got a little bit of a tang to it, but it's not overwhelming. So it's perfect for the hot weather this first part of the season.
Oh, it's not hot here. It's just gonna get hotter with the beers here. Why am I speaking crazy?
Darling, after that beer, you will be the hot one here. I have no doubt about
Maggie at the tap bar, thank you so much.
Oh, it has been my pleasure.
What is your favorite on the tap here?
Oh, well, I have to admit, I do love the King's Ale, but my favorite is the Saint Arnold Oktoberfest.
Oh, okay. Well, all throughout the park you can find this.
Aye.
Cheers to 50 years and huzzah, Miss Maggie.
Huzzah!
Ah!